Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Beyond the Blockchain Radio. I'm your host, Zach from Subway. Today we're diving into the one of the wildest, most electronic, most culture-driven assets in the crypto market, Pepe, a token based on a meme, fueled by internet energy, and now one of the most watched assets in the entire crypto market. Today, I want to break down where Pepe is truly heading, what's next, and the real technical analysis behind the chart. Because underneath it all, the memes, this is a serious trend forming. Buckle up, it's going to be a good one. Pepe didn't rise because of utility, it didn't rise because of a roadmap. It rose because of culture, it rose because of a movement, it rose because the market wants tokens that make noise, tokens that reflect internet energy in real time. Pepe is one of the most and one of the fewest memes assets that crossed into the mainstream crypto organically. No massive pre-sale, no months of hype, no VC allocation. It exploded because the community decided it was time for a new king in a meme coin land. And that was early to Pepe. It was actually an incredible thing. It started in the bear market, and man, did those spaces just run. They took over X, they took over everything. And that's how you run a meme coin. Honestly, I see Doginal Dogs doing it right now with the NFTs. But, the sentiment around Pepe didn't really die after the first pump. It stayed, it held. And most importantly, Pepe continued climbing even during the moments of the broader market. Even when it hesitated, it still ran. It was crazy. It was definitely an incredible time for Pepe to run. That's why most people are looking at Pepe differently right now. Not as a joke, but as a culture asset. We're entering a crypto cycle where memes aren't just memes. They're attention tokens, and attention moves markets 100%. That's all you need. Community, attention. And that's why Pepe, has fueled more than forever, more than 5 minutes. Now let's talk about fundamentals. Liquidity depth. Pepe is now one of the most liquidity memes in crypto. Deeper liquidity means big money can actually enter. This wasn't true in the early days. Once it got listed on every major exchange from Binance to Coinbase, it becomes a gateway asset. People entering crypto for fun, that's where they go. People looking for crazy bets, that's where they go. People just wanting to gamble, they just throw the money in. I think it's a perfect asset. It's not financial advice, just my opinion. Pepe is here to stay, and that's what happens. You go on Coinbase, you go on Binance, and you find Pepe, you find SHIB. That's the gateway into crypto. Right now we're in a cycle where meme coins are outperforming the entire categories. We've seen Doge run first, SHIB follow, and now Pepe is setting up for a breakout in the next leg up. Pepe is brand power. It's recognizable, shareable, it's instantly memeable. In a world where markets, spread, TikTok attention spans, that matters, So where do we go from here for Pepe? There are three major phases, in a meme coin. The viral ignition, which Pepe has already done, the initial explosion, check mark. Consolidation and accumulation. This is where whales position themselves. This is where weak hands shake out. This is where people decide if memes have staying power. Pepe is deep into this phase and holding incredibly well. If you look at compared to SHIB, it's got more daily transactions than SHIB. SHIB is a bigger market cap. Right now, I think we're sitting at like 1.99 billion. It's retraced a little bit, but it's a perfect opportunity for when retail comes in. That's just my opinion. When I see new retail come in, they're going to go to the major exchanges and they're going to find what's on there. They don't know the whole DeFi side of things. They don't know DEX tools, basically coin market cap, that kind of stuff. They're going to go right to the exchanges and buy what's on there. And, Pepe's on there. I think it's going to be big. It's going to be huge. It's just a meme coin. That's what, for me, that's what SHIB should have been. And I think Pepe's doing it right. It's no kind of bullshit around it, just a straight up meme coin, community driven. And that's how, you have longevity in this space. Just be what you are. Be a meme, It's crazy. It's crazy. Sorry, I'm drinking some water here. And this is a one take thing. I don't care if I mess up. Pepe is positioned right now pretty much of phase three. This next leg up of the bull run will be the determining factor whether enters a Dogecoin status, Shiba Hall of Fame, or it just stays a mid cap meme coin. So right now, I mean, the market is leaning towards it becoming a blow up asset, and that's what I like. I would love to see a basically a basket ETF of meme coins. I think that's huge. I think it's going to come, but right now we're not there. We need clarity in the market. We need all kinds of stuff, which is coming pretty soon. But I think Pepe is going to be part of this whole meme, structure of assets. Right now Pepe has been forming, a large sending structure across multiple time frames, higher lows, controlled retracements, accumulation zones, all kinds of stuff. But that's still bullish. It's bullish behavior. Whenever you see a meme coin respecting technical structure, that's a sign, we're in a great long-term pattern. So if we look at the chart here, look at the overall history. This is, I think, the monthly chart. Right now, look where we're at now right now here. So this is, for me, this is the next leg up. See, it's forming green. This is for the month chart. And I'm really zooming out to month with Pepe and these long-term assets because it kind of gives me better idea where we're headed. But if you look at right here, RSI, relative strength index, is about 45. I like to get in between, 20 and 30. That means most of the big whales pretty much sold off at that time, and it's a good time to buy. But 45 is sitting pretty well at such a high market cap project. So this is a perfect opportunity, not financial advice, to maybe pick up some Pepe and wait for the next leg up. Definitely this is something you can sleep at night, you can hold. It's not a small market cap project, so the dev's not going to run. There is no dev. It's all community based. And for me, it's one of the, one of those assets that got myself in the game. I was early to Pepe. I was watching the whole Pauly wave. He helped push it. Like, these spaces were going crazy every day. Every space was a Pepe space in the bear market. And I think truly to find these kind of assets, you need to find it in the bear market, not when everything's running. Because when everything's running, the attention shifts in all different directions. But, if you can find a meme coin of this caliber in the bear market, you're bound to go from 20 to a billion market cap easily, because all the attention gets on that project. And that's kind of what we saw with the Trump coin. I know I'm kind of going all over the place here, but if you're new to this space, definitely, listen to these things. Check out some other YouTubers like myself, Zach Humphreys. Put out some great information. We don't play like the price narrative, stuff like that. I'm just giving it to you straight. If you want to find a runner, you got to do it in the bear market. The bull market is for everything that was building in the bear market. So, I think Pepe is going to be strong. It's going to be here forever. And I think it's a great opportunity, to get in at this point of the cycle for Pepe. It's going to be here forever. So just want to give you an update on Pepe, where I think it's going. I think we're in the next leg up, hence the title of the video. So definitely subscribe to the channel. Check me out on X. Do Be on the Blockchain every Friday night, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and on the Breakfast Club from 9:30 to 11:30 Monday through Friday. And check out the spaces. We bring tons of value, great speakers in there, all kinds of great stuff. But definitely also join the Patreon / Zach from Subway, and join. We'll give you some extra alpha within that channel and give you some live updates. So we'll catch you on the next video. Have a great day, and always find the path to success.